So good morning everyone. Here we are back in the forest, and today we have our three bears. We have got a big daddy bear with a big bowl of porridge and a big spoon. We've got a middle-sized mummy bear with a middle-sized bowl and a middle-sized spoon. And we've got a wee baby bear with his little bowl and his little spoon, and they do love their porridge. So this is the story about the three bears and this little girl called Goldilocks, who's sitting over there. So, let's see, it's called The Three Bears. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a house in a wood. One of them was a small wee bear, one was a middle-sized bear, and the third was a great big huge bear. One day, after the bears had made porridge for their breakfast, they walked out into the woods while their porridge was cooling down because it was a bit hot. A little girl came to the house. There she is. And she peeped through the window. Seeing nobody there, she lifted the latch and went in. The door was not locked because the bears never suspected that anyone would do them any harm. The girl was pleased to see the porridge. If she had been good, she would have waited for the bears to ask for her to breakfast. But she decided to help herself. First, she tasted the porridge of the great big huge bear, and that was too hot. Then she tasted the porridge of the mummy bear, and that was too cold. And then she tasted the porridge of the small wee baby bear, and that was just right, and she ate it all up. And then the girl sat in the chair of the great big huge bear, and that was too hard for her. And then she sat in the chair of the middle-sized mummy bear, and that was too soft for her. And then she sat in the chair of the small wee bear, and that was just right. And then she sat until the bottom of the chair fell out and she came down plop on the ground. Then the girl went upstairs into the bedroom. First she lay upon the bed of the great big huge bear, but that was too high for her. And then she lay upon the bed of the middle bear, and that was too high at the foot for her. And then she lay upon the bed of the small wee bear, and that was just right. So she covered herself up and she fell fast asleep. By this time, the three bears thought their porridge would be cool enough for them. So they came home for breakfast. Now, the girl had left the spoon of the great big huge bear standing in his porridge. "Somebody's been eating my porridge," said the great big huge bear in his great big gruff voice. And when the mummy bear looked at hers, she saw that the spoon was standing in it too. "Somebody's been at my porridge," said the mummy bear in her middle-sized voice. And then the small wee bear looked at his, and all his porridge was gone. "Somebody's been at my porridge and eaten it all up," said the small wee bear in his small wee voice. The three bears began to look about them. Now the girl had not put the cushions straight when she sat on the chair of the great big huge bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said the great big huge bear in his great big gruff voice. The girl had squatted down on the soft cushion of the middle bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said the mummy bear in her middle-sized voice. And you know what the girl had done to the third chair? "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said the wee baby bear in his small wee bear voice, "and the bottom's fallen out of it." Oh dear. Then the three bears went upstairs into their bedroom. Now the girl had moved the pillow on the great big huge bear's bed. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great huge bear in his great big gruff voice. And the girl had moved the bolster on the little bear's bed. "Somebody's been lying in my bed," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. And when the small wee bear came to look at his bed, there on the pillow was the girl's head. "Somebody's been lying in my bed and she's still there," said the small wee bear in his small wee voice. When the girl heard the small wee voice of the small wee bear, it woke her at once. Up she jumped, and when she saw the three bears at the side of the bed, she tumbled herself out of the other side and she ran to the window. And she jumped out of the window and ran away into the forest. And the three bears never saw her again. So off she runs into the jungle. There. So that was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And we actually know a song about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So let's try and sing it. So if you know it, please join in. It goes like this. When Goldilocks went to the house of the bears, oh, what did a blue eye see? A bowl that was huge, and a bowl that was small, and a bowl that was tiny, and that was all. She counted them 1, 2, 3. When Goldilocks went to the house of the bears, oh, what did her blue eye see? A chair that was huge, and a chair that was small, and a chair that was tiny, and that was all. She counted them 1, 2, 3. Good counting. When Goldilocks went to the house of the bears, oh, what did her blue eye see? A bed that was huge, and a bed that was small, and a bed that was tiny, and that was all. She counted them 1, 2, 3. That's a growl this time. When Goldilocks went to the house of the bears, oh, what did her blue eye see? A bear that was huge, and a bear that was small, and a bear that was tiny, and that was all. They growled at her. Well, you listened beautifully to that story, so let's all clap ourselves. And we'll see you all tomorrow in the forest.